Mixties presents the Popcast.
Hey, my name is Brian, and that is Shane, and this is the Popcast, and today we are talking about America's Got Talent, AGT Judge Cuts, Week 3, and boy, was it a boring week.
It was an interesting week, man. I gotta say, the guest judge they had on last night, like, I don't want to be rude or nothing, but she's a pretty ugly woman. You know, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen what she's been in before, but I thought you had to be good looking to be an actress.
You do know that she is a well-known transsexual, right?
I'm just kidding. I wanted to address the elephant in the room, okay? Because obviously you haven't had a lot of transsexuals come on these types of TV shows. It's the first time for America's Got Talent. First time for probably any of these shows. Maybe you got RuPaul coming on a couple of shows, but I think when she came out, I think it was something that we should probably just mention. And she is from the TV show Orange is the New Black. Yep. And she is Emmy-nominated actress. So.
Yeah, I don't care that she's transsexual at all. What I care about is that why is she a judge on America's Got Talent? Don't you have to have some kind of talent to be a judge?
Well, you know, see, that's a good point. So you got Chris Hardwick, who came out the first week, which makes sense.
Super talented dude.
Well, he's also part of the family, so he's in the AGT. You know, he's part of the network on his own game show. But DJ Khaled, I didn't know who he was. Nothing really registered with me. I figured they could have got a bigger name person. And now they have this week the actress from that I've never heard of before. The Orange is the New Black. Yeah. So I don't know why they're doing this. They could get much. I would think they could get better.
Of course. Now here's the deal. Chris Hardwick was not only a host, but he's been hosting and doing Comic-Con stuff since he was a teenager. He was on small networks back in the day. I followed this guy when he had like 400 followers on Twitter. He started a business all about nerds. He's written his own comic books. He's an incredibly talented dude. And I'm a fan. DJ Khaled, I might not be a fan of, but he is also talented. There are people that love his music. And there are people that pay him a lot of money to mix their music. So somebody thinks he's talented, even if I'm not a fan, right? But Laverne Cox, she is famous for being a transsexual on a TV show. She has a little bit of talent, which is why she got Emmy nominated. But let's be honest, that show got Emmy nominated because of its content and its writing, and she got celebrated because of her status, not because of her talent. So why are we now celebrating her further and putting on? There's no talent there. I mean, there can be so much better talent as judges. I just don't understand. Like, it's
just a sign of the times, you know. So, you know, for the same reason that you know, I don't want to turn this into a social issue thing, but you know, when Jenner was Woman of the Year, I mean, it's the same idea. So I mean, you know, it's just,
what does that tell young women everywhere? That a man can be better than you can, apparently.
Well, and like I said, he doesn't identify himself as a man.
Right, he's a woman now. I get it, but you know, for actual women out there everywhere, that was a slap in the face, I think.
Yeah. So listen, if you're gonna send bad messages our way, blame it all on him. I'm totally cool.
Look,
with that.
I don't care if she's transsexual. She just doesn't have any talent. I don't care. I don't care about any of that.
You got no talent. Move along.
I don't. There's plenty of talented transsexuals that are more talented than she is. If you want to have a transsexual on, you could have gotten better. There's better ones out there.
I would have. Hey, bring in RuPaul. I would have been all about that.
RuPaul, it's talent. That's a talented individual. Yeah. Where is he at? You want to let's get him or her or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what he identifies as. So.
Well, the other thing about Laverne Cox was that she did not. I mean, she wasn't a very good judge. I mean, she didn't have a lot of good things to say, and she didn't speak very much. So, whatever. Let's move on to the acts. So, last night was interesting. I'm not happy with.
I'm not happy at all. What a horrible night, man. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Well, I know it's okay. I caught something at the end of the show when they were doing clipbacks. Towards the end, when they were deciding, Howie said, "Do we have to take one or the other?" And he said it like as if they were being directed. So I'm pretty sure the producers are saying we have to have a certain number of acts, certain types of acts. And so the judges can choose, but they have to choose between. It's really pretty messed up, I can tell. They're not choosing the most talented people. How Oscar Hernandez got through, I'm just.
Oh my God!
I'm deeply disturbed.
How is this person going to the live show?
Brian, he did the exact same routine, but he put cheerleaders behind him. The exact same thing.
He was horrible. And
let me ask.
You know what really frustrates me, bro? Is that I knew this guy was going to get picked because they showed the whole backstory.
Yeah, well, okay, so they show the backstory of about 10 acts. So there are about 3 that don't make it. But only 10 acts. I mean, it's true. When I saw one of my favorite guys, I love this guy. Who was it? The kid who sings who does the voice things, and he sings a song. He was barely even on.
Oh yeah, the Crazy Voices guy.
I can't remember what his name was off the top of my head. But anyways, that kid, I loved his first performance. He did Cake by the Ocean. And so he came back, and they started showing just small clips of him. And I was like, oh my gosh, they just clipped him.
Daniel
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Knew automatically. What is it, Daniel?
Daniel Ferguson.
Daniel Ferguson. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Daniel Ferguson. I liked him. Yeah. The judges liked him. He has a skill. He's able to mimic other voices. That is a talent. And we didn't even get to see enough of his song to tell whether he did any good. No. Honestly. And so but they'd already judged it out. So I knew, all right, well, he's gone. And I was really disappointed because they let through Oscar Hernandez, and then they went back and they let through robots and mandroids. And I mean, their act wasn't bad. It was better than Oscar's, but
a lot better than Oscar.
It was better than Oscar's.
Oh my! I have no idea how this guy even made it to this show, let alone the live show.
Because I don't know. Because he's somebody. I think he's somebody outside. Howie said something about he does choreographed work for cheerleaders in professional sports or something like that. I don't know. I was shocked myself.
Yeah. Well, he's not special. He's a big dude that can obviously dance, but is barely talented at that, and I have no idea how he's getting through. I thoroughly disagree with that decision. I don't get it. I feel like they're like pandering to a certain audience for some reason. Maybe they have forgotten what their audience is. I don't know, but that was a horrible decision, and there's no way, when America's actually deciding these things, that this guy gets any further. No way.
No, America's not going to let him get through. And he just stole a spot from it's not his fault. But I'm just so disappointed in AGT. It's like, I don't know what it is. If it's like AGT saying, if you don't have a story, you're not going to go through. They're going to make sure you don't get to the live shows. So, I don't know.
So the next act was Tony and Jordan, the twins you were referring to last week.
I didn't like them the first week. I didn't like them again.
I liked them all right. They were okay the first week.
Although I saw them for like maybe, I don't know, 5 seconds?
Hard to judge because we saw them for 8 seconds. 8 seconds. We saw the act that they put all that time and effort into to show us. We saw it for 8 seconds.
Right.
It's Medallia.
So it's really difficult to even say how they did. I don't even know.
Okay.
The next act was the Naked Magicians. We're going to blow through these things because this week sucked.
Well, because they blew through them.
Right.
We're going to blow through them because they did. I didn't. Did the Naked Magicians even get naked? Did I miss it?
They did
no.
They did some kind of striptease thing, but it was so cut off we couldn't even see it.
At the very end, they took off their shirts, right?
Right. They'll show like tattoos or something. It was
okay.
It was it was predictable, and we didn't see enough of it. We didn't even see the setup. It's hard to enjoy the turn when you don't see the setup. So, poor guys. Jakey Yu was the third act. Performed a card table. That didn't go well. They cut his act really weird, where we didn't see how impressive it was. They blew through it really quickly.
So that was he the one that brought his wife back from overseas? His act was fantastic, man. I was watching.
It was done so quickly, though. It's hard to see.
It was done quick, but I mean, I'm watching his hands. I was looking for how he got the deck back under. I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
So,
he didn't go through, so it doesn't matter. But
he should have gone through, though. He probably should have.
He definitely was better than Oscar Hernandez, that's for sure. And at least he had a story that was reasonable. Oscar's story is, I've wanted to be a dancer my whole life.
Well, let me tell you what.
Okay, and you and millions of other people. Like,
let me tell you why Jakey Yu didn't go through. There are a lot of other magicians that have already made it through that do similar types of close magic, and they just weren't going to let anybody else through.
Sure.
That was it. Didn't matter if he was that top 7 of the night.
Understand. Next one was Herbie Russ, the saxophone guy that had like that really rustic voice.
Bob Seger kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, he was alright. Wasn't bad. It's weird that they put his backstory and Mike Young's backstory together. I almost thought they were going to be performing together. It's very odd. It's almost like they were pitting them against each other from like the very beginning. Next up was Mike Young. He did go through. He was great. Really solid performance.
He's good. He deserves to go through. He was he's got a good voice. He's would like him to be a little smoother. I don't like a lot of vibrato in music, so hopefully he'll polish it up a little bit.
Maybe. Yeah, either way is good. Five Alive, singing, dancing boy band.
Yeah, I didn't want him to get through the first time. So
yeah,
Simon was right. They're terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible.
I didn't think they were any good.
I'm glad they went. That was like one of their few decisions last night that was made with good decision making.
Made good choices.
Next one, the final draft. I saw about 3 seconds of them.
I thought they were high pitched the first time. So they were the group from Atlanta. I thought that they sung too high. I heard it the first time. I don't know what happened. I'm glad they caught it the second time though.
Yeah, they shouldn't have gone through the first time or the second time, so that's good.
No, I agree.
Brobots and Mandroids.
They're the ones who did the hearts. I gotta tell you, I liked that as a dance group they used some props. That was nice. Most dance groups don't do that, and I thought that was pretty cool. But it wasn't. I just wasn't like super impressed with it. You know, it didn't like. I watched it. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I didn't watch it and go, oh man. You know, like I did with Bello Knock, who didn't make it through. So we can talk about him in a second.
Oh yeah. Oh god. The thing about the Mandroids and Brobots or whatever, you saw them. They were trying to spin like a sad story. Right,
dude. They told 3 guys, all right, listen, we don't have a story. We are so screwed right now. So listen, 3 of you guys stay home, and we're just going to say your parents wouldn't let you come. And oh, boo, parents! Everybody hates parents. Oh, you're ruining my life.
You know what's funny is like actually, I'm sitting there watching my wife.
They came up with it.
Yeah, I'm watching my wife, and when they're like, 3 of us aren't here today, and I'm like, for a minute there, I'm like, oh crap, did 3 of them die? And he's like, the parents didn't believe in our dancing, man. Kept them home. And my wife was like, good choice.
Yeah, right. That's funny. No, listen, they don't go through without that story this week. They don't go through.
I know, dude. I know.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm glad someone's parenting out there correctly. Yeah. Maybe there's a future in dancing for a very small percentage of the population, but it's a very small percentage. You should probably focus on your studies. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, we'll have fun. I mean, I thought it's dumb. Why would parents not let them? I don't understand why they wouldn't let them do this. It's, you know, a national audience. They're on America's Got Talent. Even if it is a one-time thing, it's a memory forever. I just don't believe that there are parents out there like that would say, I'm sorry, you can't go on national TV in front of millions of people.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing I heard. It's such a stupid story. I can hardly believe that the producers allowed it to go through. Did we get any video?
Else.
No.
There was something else. Maybe they're underage and the parents had to be there and they couldn't make it. They did say some of us were in high school. I bet you the underage ones were just cut.
Yeah, or they needed a story. I mean, I think that's what it is. They know they needed a story. It's smart.
Who knows?
Gotta have a story. You don't get through without a story, man.
America's not going to vote these guys through, so.
No, they're not.
Marissa McKay.
Sorry. We got enough 12-year-olds in this competition already.
There's a lot of 12-year-olds with unique voices. I mean, she's super talented. I hope that she goes forward and does more stuff. Maybe go on YouTube and, you know, with a ukulele and sing and gain an audience. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of
After my guy last week didn't make it through, I'm officially, you know, forget about the singers. I just don't believe it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, Mike, it was our guy. We both wanted that guy.
Couldn't believe it.
Bummed out. This season so far, to be honest, has been horrible. It started great and just been spiraling out of control. I don't know what's going on.
They have these weird ups and downs, man. There's weird episodes. Like last night's episode was just so anticlimactic.
Editing was poor.
It's weird. It's not. I mean, there's a couple of acts that I enjoyed a lot. But the majority of them, I just didn't. It was just kind of
Yeah, it's like they changed the production company or something, and they're still cutting their teeth and trying to figure it out.
Something.
All right, next was Saline Tam. I mean, she's impressive. 9 years old, that's impressive. Probably another reason why the 12-year-old didn't go through, because the 9-year-old did better, so...
Yeah, no, there's no way. I mean, Saline Tam, she's the Celine Dion singer. Cute story, actually pretty good little story. She only sings Celine Dion songs, and she sounds just like her. So she deserved the golden buzzer. Her or probably the Subway singer. I figured we're going to get it this week.
Yeah, same here. Aileen George, school administrator by day, dancer by night.
Can I tell you something, bro? At the beginning,
how did she get to this part of the show?
Listen, she got through because they were impressed. But listen, she's a good pole dancer. You know, but here's the thing. At the beginning of the show, she says, "I can't believe we're competing for 7 spots," and just out my mouth blurted, "Not you. You're not competing for 7 spots. You're not going to make it." So
yeah. When she came out, my wife wanted to fast forward because she didn't want my kids to watch it. Here's how bad last night was, guys. This is as far as I got last night before I fell asleep. And I am on some pain pills. That was positive. But also the show was boring. I had to finish the show this morning on Hulu in order to do this podcast. It was so boring, it could not hold my attention. Okay, so sorry, I'm so bummed out.
When Aileen George came out and did her thing, it was like crickets afterwards.
Dude, that's when I was like, I'm out.
Yeah, no, it's terrible, dude, and even the transgender lady was like. Okay, you're beautiful. Yeah, that was it. That's all she had.
Yeah. This next one, I want to say I told you so because I predicted this already. Shamika Charles was gonna limbo under fire. And
oh my gosh, it was so funny.
What appeared to be a few matches that she limboed underneath.
That was the funniest thing, dude. Everyone's expecting a roaring fire, and it was like, it reminded me of like a grill when you're cooking on low.
Yeah.
She went under. I mean, I felt bad for her because she's talented. I mean, that is a talent. To be able to get that low to the ground and not fall down is amazing.
And we had this conversation when she came out the first time. It's a talent. Yeah. She should have gone through the first time. I don't see her reproducing it or even getting better the second time. Somehow, she didn't even get to reproduce it. She actually went backwards.
Although the spinning plates, going under with spinning plates is impressive. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm impressed by this. I don't want her to go on. She's not $1 million act, but I'm impressed.
Except for they couldn't keep the plate spinning. And
it's hilarious. Her mom was like trying to spin the plate. She's like,
yeah, I felt so sorry for them.
I felt bad for him too, man. But I knew I didn't expect him to go through, but it's talent. Shamika Charles, you're talented.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. JJ Phillips. How in the world did he get through the first time? I
love him because he's awesome. JJ Phillips is awesome. I love JJ Phillips, bro. You know what? Let me tell you why I love him. He's like a real life Garth from Wayne's World.
I gotta say, he was better than Oscar.
Yeah, he was better than Oscar. It don't matter who else you got on this list. They're all pretty much better than, except for Aileen George, is better than Oscar.
Yeah, except for Aileen George, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, he went out there, punk rock, crazy hairband
nice
thing.
Guy, yeah, nice kid.
Guy.
You know,
nice
I like
guy.
Him. I could watch him again.
I'm not going to talk trash on the guy, but, he's not worth $1 million, right?
No, of course not.
Diavolo.
I don't want to talk about them.
Okay, let's move on.
No. I mean, we got to talk about them, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I have a hard time with this kind of art. I can appreciate choreography, but a lot of the dance acts are choreographed, and okay, each person has to be in a certain place, certain step. We did that in the military, the state flags competitions, all kinds of weird stuff like that. It's cool. It's not super easy, but I just hate that their way they're acting about it. It's basically a gym routine around moving props. And
thing is,
I'm just not that impressed.
I didn't know that it was supposed to be a train until the very end.
Did you notice when the people, they're hanging out the windows? I mean, you got that, right?
I didn't know there were windows. I didn't know what that big thing was. It looked like that
little steam in the front. I guess
it looked like a steampunk stairway or something.
It was weird.
I gotta be honest. The thing they had before was better. It was like rocking and stuff, and this one was like,
yes,
cool. They're dancing on stairs that do things.
The kinetic motion of that thing that was rocking made it almost feel like the movement was out of their control.
Right.
And so they had to move around it. In this case, they were in charge of the movement of the train, so it seemed less risky.
I mean, it's better than Oscar.
It's better than Oscar.
Better than some of the stuff from last week too.
But they also went through, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the next thing they do will be cooler. But I really didn't know that was a train. I thought it was a weird steampunk like staircase until the very end. I feel like, but that could have been camera work too. Like, remember also the editing isn't great this season.
No,
so
it's true. The editing is really fast. You don't get shots for very long.
Right. So maybe they were greater than we thought they were. The next one was Jonathan Rennie.
I've seen it a lot of times. It's totally impressive. Jonathan Rennie, you're talented. Yeah. Sorry, it's not $1 million act.
Super talented. It's hard to do,
and he didn't go through.
There's a bunch of you guys doing it. So, Belonak.
He should have gone through, man. He should have gone through because he shot himself over a helicopter.
Yeah.
And he should have gone through.
He promised that he would shoot himself out of a helicopter if he went through. Simon let him through. He kept his word, and he shot himself out of a freaking... I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't know how death-defying it was, or if that was just a great acting job. I don't know. But I will say this. He was better.
Better than Oscar.
He was better than Oscar.
That's it, guys. Let's get the trend going. Hashtag better than Oscar.
Better than Oscar.
You know what? Upload your videos. Doesn't matter how mundane your activity is. It could be you washing dishes. Hashtag better than Oscar.
Hashtag better than Oscar. That's right. We need to trend that. That needs to be a meme.
Hashtag
better than Oscar.
Better than Oscar.
Yep, love it.
Okay, Daniel Ferguson. We talked about this guy. Yeah, I wish he would have gone through. We saw so little of him. It really bummed me out. At the very least, if you're going to kick the dude, let us see his act. Like, come on.
Well, note to AGT. I have been looking forward to his next act
Same here.
for weeks.
Same here.
So the fact that you didn't give it to us is a bunch of baloney.
Baloney. It's baloney. Good catch there, Shane.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was bummed out. I wanted to see it. I can't. Out of a 2-hour show, and over an hour of it is commercials, and I get that. But let us see the acts, please. Maybe cut some of the backstory if you have to have so many more commercials about tampons and mouthwash, okay?
Two weird things to throw together.
Well, I mean, those are the two commercials that stood out for me last night.
All right, well, who knows what you're thinking about. All right, so moving on.
Preacher Lawson, I love this guy. That's it.
I like him.
I have nothing bad to say.
I have a criticism.
Go ahead.
He just talks too fast. A little too fast.
He talks
I have
very
a hard time
fast.
understanding him.
You're right.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Funny, though.
Hashtag better than Oscar.
Hashtag better than Oscar.
I'm glad
second
he went
best
through.
act of the night.
Yeah, I think he deserved to go through. I think he's really, really funny. And here's the deal. I think that even if he loses next round, doesn't matter. We're going to see this dude on a sitcom, on stand-up, something.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be
funny.
somewhere.
Simon's going to catch this guy up. He's going to get him involved in something. He's funny, man.
Yeah, he's right. Simon said it, and I bet it'll happen.
He genuinely made me laugh, both acts so far.
I liked him.
Last act of the night.
Hey, go ahead.
It's the creep siblings over here.
Well, listen, I got to tell you what. Roller skating is a skill, y'all.
Sure it is. Billy and Emily England. Roller skating is a skill. It is.
It is. That's crazy to do that on roller skates.
You can roller skate.
You can't do that.
We can't do that. No. Here's the deal.
Could you imagine us doing that together?
Hold on to my beard, bro.
I'd have to hold your beard because it's longer. Right?
Here's the deal. They need to put more freaking clothes on. It's just it's unnecessary how naked these people are. My kids
I'm just
are in the
trying not to
room.
think about it.
This is on family television. Families are watching this. Put some clothes on, and if you're gonna up your act, up your act. I saw that act last time. I didn't see the beard thing, but I saw everything else the first time. Literally, I saw everything.
I don't know.
I saw the inside of her body at one point, okay?
Listen, I don't know if you saw the thing where she put her leg over. I think they had a couple of new tricks in there. There were.
It was still him spinning her around, though. It's like...
It is. That is what it is. And now if they get to the live shows, which they are going to go to live shows, when they get to the live shows, they're going to have to create a bigger production out of it.
Well, they can't take any more clothes off, so I'm not sure what they're going to do. Next thing you know, it's going to be her out there in a thong. I mean, what's the deal? He's just wearing a little tiny, swimsuit. I don't know what the deal is, but, put more clothes on. This is family television. It just... If it's making me uncomfortable, there are people out there that really don't want to see the inside of her body when she moves around. And I understand it's a skill and it should be celebrated, but it's not worth $1 million. And if it is worth $1 million, I'm gonna need to see more. And I'm not talking about more skin, more tricks. I need to see a bigger production, more than just that little tiny circle of you spinning around. Do something more than just spinning around in a circle.
Yeah, we need a little more next time. Billy and Emily, give us a little bit more.
But,
all right, bro.
But more clothes, too.
More clothes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's it. We got to go. This is a short podcast because that was a short, bad episode. We'll see you next week. There's a...
Real quick.
The It movie review coming up this Thursday.
No. Dark Tower.
Dark Tower. Thank you, Dark Tower.
Stephen King. This is Stephen King characters. I was wearing the shirt.
Yeah, we're going to do a whole Stephen King episode coming up pretty soon. I'm producing it now. We're trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do about it, but he deserves some love. He's a very talented dude, unlike Oscar. And
he's better than Oscar.
Hashtag better than Oscar. And he's got a lot of movies, movie and TV shows coming up, so we're going to be doing a lot with that. All right, see you next week, boys and girls.
See you Friday.
Thursday. See you Friday. Whatever. Have a great time.
We're going to be there.
Adios.
See you guys.